and welcome to your next Pilates-based HiiT session. This session really is about awareness. Awareness of how to stabilise, particularly the hips, but also the shoulders. Working on the strength and endurance of those stabilisers. You'll notice it is no longer a minute, it is a minute and 15. So it might not be the hardest session you've done, but I'd really like you to focus on your technique, that precision of movement. Of course, we just need to get a little bit warmer and more mobile and get ourselves into the right position. So we start with our feet hip distance apart and parallel. Spread your toes as much as you can. Knees just a little bit soft and be tall. Roll your shoulders. Always as we just lift them up, back and down and again. And one more as you allow your arms to hang by your side. Your rib cage is aligned with your pelvis, your knees are a bit soft. We breathe in. As you breathe out, think about that pelvic floor and that deep abdominal muscle, and take your arms all the way up and lovely and wide. So we're just trying to mobilise the shoulders, lengthen across the front of your shoulders and your chest as you take your hands wide and down. Your neck is lovely and long, your knees are a bit soft, you're conscious of that belt of support around your waist. We do 3 more, and then again, and 1 more. Allow your arms to hang, and do this. Just let them swing as you rotate your spine, look round behind you as you allow the body to rotate. And we are going to do 4 more, 3 more, 2 and 1. Settle yourself back to the middle. Where we breathe in, as you breathe out, reach one arm up. That nice big stretch towards the ceiling. You can feel that lengthening down the side of the body, but we're not necessarily needing to hang all the way over to the side. We're just trying to stretch some of those big mover muscles, big back muscles, and for me, I envisage those little muscles that attach to the side of your spine, getting a little bit of a stretch. So just 1 more to each side, please. And then from here, breathe in. As you breathe out, sit down and stand up. Draw your shoulder blades down your back as you lift up to the top of your head. And again, lift up to the top of the head. Sit yourself back. Your weight goes back into the heels, your shoulder blades away from your ears. Lift up. And then again, and I'm going to ask you to do 4 more. Lift up. Last 3, belt of support, and 1 more. And then let's do a few where we take the arms up, breathe in, bend the knees, and around your back. So we're just trying to make sure that we're nice and warm, nice and mobile, ready for the session ahead. And as you may notice, I do have some small weights here. You don't have to use them. And it's only for the first 3 exercises, just to work on a little bit of awareness of your shoulders. And then we're going to hit the floor and be aware of them anyway. 1 more. And relax. Fabulous. So now I'm a little bit warmer. I hope you are too. We're ready for the session ahead. Now our first exercise is literally a march. And we're literally going to switch legs, alternate legs. And what I really want is that if I press pause, you're balanced. That's the whole point. And we're going to add shoulder press with or without the weights. For those of you who want to run it and make it a bit more dynamic, you could do the ladder here as we opposite arm and leg, make it a bit quicker. You could even run it if you wanted to. For me, I'm going to coach it about the stability, the pause, being strong and stable. So it really is your session. You work to your level, but you must, as you know, maintain correct form, strength and stability. So I'm going to press play, I'm going to grab my small weights, and we're going to march. Ready? Ding, ding. So my elbows are out nice and wide. I'm going to push up and bring my elbows down, out nice and wide to just a bit lower than shoulder level. And I'm just going to lift a knee. And as I said, if I said pause, you would be able to hold yourself there. That's the point. As the elbows go out, we're strong in the core, as I wobbled. You're going to draw the tummy in to maintain the strength and stability around your lumbar spine and the pelvis, as we are strong here around the hips. Now, if you struggle with your hips, you might be taking this a little bit slower. You might choose not to add the shoulder press, but simply marching and transferring your weight from one foot to the other is really important for everyday walking. If you're using the weights, take your arms out, as I said, nice and wide behind you. Draw the tummy in to aid your balance. Now this is the additional 15 seconds where we want to work on endurance. That belt of support around your waist. Brilliant. And rest. Shoulders back and down. Now this time we're going to take the arms out to the side. Your weight spread through one foot as you take your leg out to the side and slightly behind you. So out to the side and slightly behind you. Now the tricky bit is keeping your standing knee soft as I wobble, because the temptation is to lock out the knee and send the other one out to the side. We don't want to do that. Soften the knees, arms out, and leg out to the side and slightly back. Really activating, really squeezing these side glute muscles as you take that leg out to the side and slightly back, and the other one. And again, that's it. And if you wish to, your arms out to shoulder height. Again, if you want to be doing jumping jacks, you absolutely can. Get your heart rate up a little bit, but be aware of good form. I am going to focus here on those of you who really need to build awareness of your strength and stability around the hips. That's it, and again. And as I said, 1 minute and 15, because that extra 15 seconds is about building endurance. I've got to do the other side. Rest. Fabulous. Okay, this time we're going to think about taking our leg behind us and our arms forwards and return. Forwards. When I return my arms, my shoulder blades slide down my back, my palms face the thigh. Back behind you, here. So arms forwards as you extend your leg. So if I face you, you can see my leg goes behind me. My hands go in front, and I'm activating gluteus maximus. That's it, and again. Good. We got it nice and strong in the glutes. Shoulders away from your ears, lift and back, lift and back. Fabulous. Come on. Neck lovely and long. You got it. We're going to do a minute of these. Really squeeze the glutes. You might find you're leaning in a little bit. That's fine. I don't mind that. But what I really want is that you still squeeze this bottom muscle, opening through the front of the hip. This gluteus maximus muscle is so important, as is that little bit of extension of the hip. Okay, we're going to get rid of these now. And if you wish to, you can have the block. And we are now going to engage our brain. Spread your weight through one foot. We're going to combine all of those three movements. So we're going to bring the knee up, take it down and out to the side. Knee up and back behind you. Repeat. Knee up, down and out to the side, but slightly back. Knee up, down and back behind you. Now you might need a wall to hold on to, and you be my guest. Hold on to the wall. Touch the floor here if you wish, every time you hit that middle point. So we repeat, knee up, behind. Knee up, and out to the side and slightly back. Have that moment of pause at that side bit, so you're activating these muscles. That's it, drawing the tummy in to aid your balance and focusing your eyes on a point in front. Back behind and up, back and out to the side. and up, back, behind, and up, back and out. And as we do this, we are really challenging the stabilising muscles on this standing leg, as well as the same muscles to move. So we go to the other side. Adjust your clothing, so yourself out, be lovely and tall, engage your core, draw your tummy in. This knee is soft, don't forget. We do knee up, down and out to the side. Knee up, down and back. Knee up, down and out to the side. Knee up, down and back. You got it? Of course you have. So it really is about moving this leg, but being aware of why, what muscles you're working. Gluteus maximus as we go to the back, gluteus medium min as we go out to the side, and all the others. And at the same time, the standing leg is working hard. And that again is the point, challenging the stability, the ability to keep your pelvis level here. As we alternate, knee up, down and back, knee up, down and out. The strength in your ankle, I have to really focus on that on this leg. As my foot wants to roll in. No. Okay, this is our last standing exercise. We're then going to hit the floor and rest. Get that out of the way, we don't need it anymore. We're going to come down onto all fours. So, shoulder stability 2. Shoulders away from your ears, push up through your hands. Knees under the hips, extend one leg, return. Then the other. Now, of course, we need to remember this belt of support around our waist. Shoulders away from your ears. You could add in the opposite arm. Now, I'm not going to lie, intensity-wise, this is easy. And you might choose to not use your arms. So you also might choose to make it more challenging and come into a plank and lift here. Lift a leg. Shoulders away from your ears. You don't have to, you can absolutely be on your knees. As we push the leg away and lift. Drawing your tummy in. Activating that belt of support around your waist. Your neck is long, your core is strong. And again, lift, lower, lift. That's it, we got it. Have you got it? That's the key. Have you got good shoulder stability and core stability? Are you working your glute muscles? Are you extending the hip a bit? I've got to do the other side. And then rest. On all fours. Your shoulders come away from your ears. We take one leg back and then out to the side. This is the more challenging version. And we lift and lower this leg for a minute and 15. Now, we've only ever done this for a minute. A minute and 15 might push us to that point of proper hurtiness, awareness of these stabilising muscles of the hips. Your opposite hand is not doing a lot. Now, if that's too much, you take your leg out to the side and return here. Okay, very attractive, I know. But this one is tough. Your hips stay square to the floor, really, as do your shoulders. Stay away from your ears as you lift and tap. Lift, tap. We got it. Oh, come on. I'm not going to look at the clock. I'm not. I'm not. As I lift the leg up, tap the big toe joint on the floor. Not too hard, of course. Wouldn't be very pleasant on your toes, bunions, whatever you may be struggling with. Engaging the core to support the spine. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears. And here. And rest. Yay. Shoulders back. Other leg out to the side. Remember, your weight is going to be much more through one hand as you lift I did an extra one. Lift and tap. I'm going to move over and tap on the mat. That's it. So my hands are under my shoulders, pushed up through the heels of the hands, drawing the shoulders back. My neck is long. We don't need to drop the head at all. It means I can see the clock. I don't want to see the clock. And then, if you wish to, you can bend the knee and do this one. As we lift the leg out to the side. That's bad enough. This one is worse, I think. More challenging. So if you know that your hips are an area you definitely need to work on, then choose the option that suits you. Okay, challenge yourself as much as you can, as I always say, whilst maintaining good technique, please. Okay, here. Up and out. Shoulders away from your ears. That's it. And here. Ooh. We've got it. We really got it. Come on. Perfect. Oh. Right, final exercise here on all fours. I'm going to take my hands wider and I am going to encourage you to do a press up. So it might be here and then go into a full plank. Or you might choose to go into a full plank and do your press up here. And then come in and go back out. But either way, it's this shoulder stability, back in, back out, and core stability. It's a little bit less about the hips, although we need to be aware of the stability through the legs in this full plank position. Maybe you're doing your press up here, and your spine is long. Push up through the heels of your hands, and in, back, we've got it. After this one, we're going to hit the mat, lie on our back for 3 more exercises. So it's not a long session, but you knew that because you saw the time. Okay, it's not long. So let's see if you can challenge yourself as much as possible. Long, in, out, press up. Strong and stable. I'm going to do one more press up. And then I'm going to roll over and have a lie on my back. And then, with shoulders relaxed, bridge your way up, hold yourself up. Now either lift one heel or lift one knee and alternate. With the idea being that you notice whether your hips lower gradually through the minute and 15 seconds or whether you are able to keep your hips up and level. Tuck the tail under. Lift the knee, or lift the heel and just make it a bit easier for yourself. But you're staying lifted, tuck under, long through the legs, thighs I should say, as you place your foot back down underneath the knee. So you're going to have quite bent knees, hands hip. Now for someone with a hurty hip, this might be quite challenging, but ultimately, in the long run, we want you to be able to do this. We want you to have this glute max strength to be able to lift your knee. Ribs down, belt of support. Long and relax in your shoulders. Long neck, relax shoulders. And lift. Brilliant. And just pause. How far off the ground was your bottom? Oh, don't know. Hands up. This time we're going to tuck the tail under, lift up, take the knees out, knees in, down. Lift up, knees out, knees in, down. So I say knees in, my feet are hip distance apart. I roll onto the outside of my feet, flat feet, down. And I'm keeping my tail tucked under. So I lift, out, in, down. Very attractive, I know, but we are working our gluteus maximus muscles. We keep tucked under, we lift up, we push the knees out, bring them in, go down, lift up, push out, in and down. Your ribs draw down, you're nice and open across the front of your shoulders and your chest, out, in, down, lift. Fabulous. Come on, push up, squeeze your bottom. Push up, squeeze your bottom. Down, lift. Really squeeze as you lift. As you take the knees out, you're really conscious. A minute and 15 of these is tough. That's the whole point though, eh? Lift. Alrighty. Relax. Oh, give your knees a hug. 1 more minute and 15 or 30. Knees up, if you like. You're going to take your arms up and back, and as you bring them over, you're going to curl up, push your knees out, and keep your feet together. So we're going to work a little bit on movement of the hips, but we're definitely working on our core. As we curl up, push your feet together, and your knees out. Now you could push your feet away, and curl up, away. So when your legs go long and high, your arms go up, out and back. And then you curl up, bring your hands in, out and back. We keep a gap between our chin and our chest. And we activate that deep abdominal muscle and that six-pack muscle to curl up here and out. Now you might have chosen to keep your feet on the floor, and you could literally curl between the knees and here, between the knees and here. It's up to you. Challenge yourself for this last exercise as much as you can. Oh, and out. Deep abdominal and out. And stronger. Right, come on, 15 seconds. I know you can do it. I think you can. Really curl up, draw the tummy in, curl up, lengthen, curl up, lengthen.
Activity complete.
And rest. Relax, relax, relax. So, stabilising muscles are so important to hold your skeleton, and then we can move and be strong in the muscles that move us to enable us to do what we want to do without risk of injury. So with that in mind, we are going to do one more minute and 15. 1 more minute and 15 or 30. We'll see how you feel. Just the Pilates 100. That deep abdominal, the endurance of that muscle is really important. So, done. Ready? We'll get rid of that. What's that? Now you want that. So, here. Sorry. We are going to lie back in a neutral position. Pop your knees above your hips. Think about that pelvic floor muscle and that deep abdominal muscle, and just beat your hands here by your side. Your neck is long, your shoulders are relaxed. And we're going to do a minute and 15 if you like. If you can do the minute and 30, then great. But it's all about that pelvic floor, that drawing in. Now you know you can make this a bit more challenging by taking your knees further away. You could take one leg away and hold it there for at least 10 beats of your hands before you then change. Now, a minute and 15, obviously, is 75 seconds. A minute and a half is 90 seconds. So actually, I've often said that Pilates 100 is 100 seconds. So, do you ever time yourself? That is the question. Ultimately, it's about awareness though, isn't it? Awareness of your pelvic floor and your deep abdominal muscle. Not whether you can count seconds or not. But I want you to think about that drawing in, and if your technique goes wrong, you can feel that the muscles have said, no, I've had enough. Then pause, reset yourself and see if you can carry on. Come on, carry on. That was a minute and 15. I'm going to curl up and go long to make it a minute and 30. Maybe we'll do the last 10 seconds, but the choice is yours to make 100, yeah? So, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Oh, we did 100. I was going to make you do a minute and 15, and then no, minute 13. Now 100. Brilliant. Carefully bring yourself up or lie down. Let's stretch your glute muscles. I'm going to do this one. If you've got a new hip, fairly new, this is not the stretch for you. For me, perfect stretch. Well done. So as I said at the beginning, that was really not about being hugely intensive with regards to heart rate and lots of movement and challenging those strong muscles. This session was about your awareness, challenging those stabilising muscles, particularly of the hips. But of course, we were on all fours, so we had to focus on the shoulders and the core. And if you snuck in those press-ups, great exercise for strength. You've got to be aware of how to stabilise the shoulders if you're going to do those properly. Did you see me change legs, by the way? Good. I'm going to do this. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back up, and go again. Come back up. Twice more, rounding your back, stretching your hamstrings. Last one. And relax. I hope, as you get yourself up, that you feel all right, that you feel challenged in the right way. I can feel the challenge, definitely. So I hope you can too. As I've always said, anything you want to work on, let me know. Bye.